Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So today, scrambled egg, ham in the air fryer, toast. When I was at Walmart, I was gonna buy a marmalade, but I'll wait until I get my apartment. And yogurt, and I picked up some Van Hoot K-pods there, or Kerry pods, or whatever you call them, for the coffee. So, because all the Fonda had left was caramel stuff, so I decided to pick up the Van Hoot. Yeah, so last night I made just a pork stew, which was boring. Didn't want to film that. Then I was thinking, I went to Walmart because the day before when I went there, I picked up just a little bit of potatoes, and then I decided to make a clam chowder with all that fish that I had there, the canned fish. So I picked up some potatoes for the stew, but I decided to make some crab cakes, but I didn't film it. So Ian went back to Walmart when I was there. The Fonda picked me up after work, but Ian went to Walmart and I asked him to pick me up a couple more of those cans for $1.97. White crab meat and the shrimp. But they didn't have any of the shrimp left, so he picked me up 2 more crab. So last night I decided, so when I came home from Walmart, I boiled the potatoes right away. While I was boiling them, for the crab cake, I peeled some for the stew. That's all I cooked was the stew, so I got a couple stew in there. I'll bring one to work. I just put carrot, potato, onion, vegetable broth, soy sauce, salt, pepper, and that. Pork, onion, garlic, and Brussels sprout. So it's a pretty good stew. Anyway, so once the potatoes was cooked, I mashed them down, put them in the freezer, put it in the freezer, mashed it, put it in the freezer. And then I was preparing the stew while that was cooling down. And I did quite a bit of potatoes because I knew Ian would want some. He likes fish. So, and when I cut up the onion for the soup, they could be bigger because cut bigger, but I cut some small ones. Put it aside for the crab cake. So once I had the stew all together and on the stove and simmering, I took the potatoes down, put the onion in it, put the 2 cans of the canned crab, salt and pepper, just a little bit of milk, so I can mush it up, make it into a cake. And then in the frying pan, you put just a little bit of oil, just a little bit, and a little bit of margarine, because you don't want your butter to burn. Then you have flour on a plate, and mash up your crab cake. Put the flour on both sides, and then fry it in the frying pan. I had 2 big ones. I make them big. I usually make them smaller and put 3 in a pan, but I put 2 big ones. And I had that with, I like it with Pepsi or Coke. It was good. Really, really, really good. Ian ate his up too. I made him 2 big ones. You gotta make sure they're really crispy on both sides. That's why once I put them in the pan, I put a little bit more butter. And flip them over. Not too much, you don't want them soggy, but you gotta cook it not right on high, but about 8. You gotta have the burner. But I wasn't filming. The reason why was I was doing a stew and that, and both at the same time, and I was like, me too. But after it was cool, I suppose I could have, because boiling and mashing the potatoes is no big deal. But I wasn't even thinking. I was just tired and I wanted to eat. I was hungry and I wanted to really simmer that stew. I let that stew cook for hours. It was good. It's gonna be good. Made Ian 2 and I got 2. I have one today. It's gonna be a cold, cold week. Very cold week. Like minus 40 and above. It's going to be really cold this week. Today is like going to be like minus 36, but starting tomorrow. But I think Saturday is going to be nice. Then I looked way back, way ahead. Well, I don't know why I did that, but they don't know, but I don't think the 26th is going to be, 26th isn't going to be too cold. If we move that day. Landlord's supposed to call me today. Ian went picked up a phone that she was at Rose all weekend, so I'll tell her it'll have to be tomorrow because my daughter had to go. She's in Edmonton and I don't know what time she'll be back. She's going to be back for 4 to work, but her uniform is in the dryer. So you have to work at 4. So I'll just tell her. She called. They gotta wash the carpets and all that anyway, so when I move in there, I gotta wait all this time. That place better be clean. Better be clean. I have to wait. I know it don't need to be painted. I have to paint it before he moved in. But I'm I'll get spray 9 or something at work. And probably I like spray 9 because those topper towels. We even have SOS pads just to clean inside the flush with an SOS pad in the tub. Yeah, in the tub. But if I want to take a bath, that first night I stay there, I'm taking a bath. Oh yeah, hell yeah. A hot bath. Uh-huh. It is cold. Really cold this week. We're getting the colds now. I remember a couple years ago it was December. 3 years ago, December. Then January, February, and back to December. Or February, January, back. So in those 3 months, December, January, and February, we're going to get. But this is only a week, so we might get another one because usually it's 2-3 weeks. Last year, I think it was February, and it was 3 weeks. And this is only going to be a week. So we might get another one. Starting to get used to the sequence or whatever of Alberta. See, every province is different. But I find Alberta is the most unpredictable. It could be nice. Me and bro went out fishing when we first moved out. Nice. Not a cloud in the sky. So we should have, about an hour later, we should head back. That it's going to rain. Looked up, didn't even notice. Big dark cloud. I'm like, where in the hell did that come from? Well, we just get home. Thank God we left when we did, because it downpoured and thundered and lightning. We weren't far. We were at the reservoir. Just across. We weren't far. Thank goodness. It just downpoured. As soon as we got home, it started. Open up the door, and it just. But you can't predict the weather in the winters too. The last year, December, here, we didn't have the cold. I mean, it was cold, but we didn't have that -40 and everything. And so I got mobbed the year before. It was January, and we had to close back because we had to close down. It's February, I think, last year because we had to close down the car wash for a week. But I guess with the new heaters on the door, we'll see if we got problems with the door. But I don't think a whole lot of people's going to be car washing now. They did the last couple of days because they knew the cold was coming. But, yeah. Pissed me off. They asked me to work yesterday, remember? I said, no, our plan. They bring in one of those goddamn folders. They don't want to work, they just stand there. That's all they do. They don't care about what's happening around them, they're just standing there. The morning staff, or the Saturday night staff, cleaned it all up and everything. Walkway and everything. Put ice melt and rock down. Entrance. They had it all cleared out. Snowed all that night. Snowed. But it really doesn't matter because she goes in there at 6:30 in the morning. I guess she fell. The walkway at 11:30. Well, girlie, from 6:30 to 11:30, you're supposed to be babysitting that. That's your responsibility. Those floaters don't want to do dick. They just stand there. Well, it's her fault if she fell at 11:30. She had 5 hours. Good job someone else didn't fall. A customer. And then telling the girl that she didn't the night before. She only put rocks up, or ice melt down and not rock. Well, I'm sorry, but when it snows over the rock and you can't see it. But, and it wasn't going to melt. Excuse me, but she falls at 11:30 in the afternoon. She's there for 5 hours. I told her, because she was still upset. She told me about it there. And then she was upset last night. I said, because she did an accident report. She said, I don't like being called a liar. I said, if it's still bothering you, call your supervisor. Call the supervisor. Tell them. Say, what was she doing from 6:30 to 11:30? She should have had that cleared. That's her job. Just because she's a floater don't mean that she just sits there and behind the counter and do fuck all. She don't care about what. That's how they all are. They figure they're a floater. They come in and do the cash and do that. And that's it. Someone with a pal can't put it on the night one. Her. Bay cleaner that night was supposed to bring in a leaf blower or something. I don't know. Anyway. I just told her, call supervisor. Say, she fell at 11:30. She just wants an excuse not to go out there. So I know who it is. Because when she first started floating, she just started working there as a floater. She came in and I showed her in case she has to open where the things are. I think she's the moron that took the pictures and she went to 3 in one day. She took the pictures and then labeled them. Because when she went in, she had to open one time. She didn't know what to do. She had to call. She had to call. Find out where everything was when everyth's marked. Everything is marked. She didn't know how to turn on the pumps and all that. But she took pictures. Well, I would have dug through my pictures. And whichever one looked like, because the panel box and all that, just see which one looked like it. It wouldn't be too hard. Some people don't have common sense, right? Anyway. floaters. They really think they're something. They don't care. They really don't care. So anyway, that's my harping. Bro should be uploading our video today or tomorrow. Said he was. He got this sack. I'll show ya. Oh man, and I knew something was going to be in it. Should have brought it over. So I peeked. He goes, oh no, you were scared. No, I wasn't. Said I got this up, Margaret. I knew it was going to be something that jumped out at me. So I opened it a little bit and seen the black legs. See? It's not jumping out. It's broke now. Anyway, it's a spider. It's supposed to, I suppose you probably have to open it all the way. But anyway, so I seen the black legs. He said, oh, I scared ya. No, he didn't. No, he didn't scare me. No, he didn't. So anyway, so that was that. Then, he left this here. I thought he would use it because LaFonda was going over and all he has is I told him to open it. Well, I got him, he did take the keychain thingy. I got him a Goku keychain, the yellow one. He put it on his keys, but I got him nice and soft, a black blanket with a thing on it, and it says, do not disturb, and it's fleece, an overgrown throw. Then, this is what I was waiting. Oh yeah, you didn't see these either. I'll have to put these in here. They're midnight and vanilla. There. Anyway, I'll have to put them like this so he won't, there. Okay, I'll put them in there. Because he never seen them, he would have put them in the car. And this is what I got him. I told him don't put it on the wall. So I got him, is it upside down? Probably. Is it upside down? I think so. Yeah, it's up here. So I got him that. I said don't put it on your wall. Put the black thing on your bed. Goku. I said put the, can you see it? And this is police. I said put the black thing on your bed and then put this one over on top. I know Nova will like it because it feels like Nova, right? So anyway, he left them here. I wanted him to bring it because LaFonda was staying there and we don't have no blankets or nothing. But anyway, yeah. So, and then I got him a keychain. I'll see if he's gonna show it. He probably will show it on one of his mukbangs. Anyway, so I gotta have a cigarette, upload this, go lay down for a walk. Cause I'm tired. I kept on getting up and going to bed, getting up. So you guys all have a good day and it's cigarette time.